Barack Obama, impeachment proceedings, representatives, the Senate, all you say, vote I, oi, 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 I, oi, I, 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 and as well, only there we go. There's 5 left over. I mean, he was tying, and then, or I think 5 more votes to die, and then to impeach Obama. Then the Senate and House of Representatives impeached Obama. And the first one to narrowly not be impeached was Andrew Johnson, because Benjamin Franklin Wade was unpopular. So Franklin Wade was unpopular. So I think it was one vote that not to impeach Johnson. So he remained president for the term, I think. The first president to resign, I think, was. But that was just one office. There are a few things, actually 3 things about Obama that he might have to resign. Surprisingly, no film wasn't ever a question, but he served 1 term. The referee election that surprisingly almost got a 2nd term. The first term was because the president, he was vice president, the president died secretary too. But when he was when it was time for a 2nd term, he was running for a 2nd term. But he almost won, but he didn't win. Well, he had a lot of votes, but I guess there was. How many states did we have in the film? 18? I don't remember. Sorry. I think Republicans most believe in programs, but they think they should be limited, which will save America a lot of money. But then what I don't get is, so I'm wondering if there's any outside interference because Bush and that administration, and they spent so much on Katrina and overseas stuff. Bush and administration. When but W. Bush had to have an anesthetic Cheney was president for a day. A day. So, but I think he was the one that was giving Bush a lot of advice, and maybe, or maybe not, or maybe it was Bush. Bush did not know math. The Protestants that say Jesus this, maybe he can help you fight this one thing. It's like, I don't think Jesus cares. Or maybe he was, maybe both. Maybe he was of the tribe that both worship, but both acknowledge God the Father and Lucifer as like, because this one tribe, one of the 12, one of two of them maybe, that they got, supposedly someone said Lucifer is there, but then what about God? What's God the Father character? What's he to him? See, that's why it doesn't make sense. Like, go over. I think Santorum, I think. Santorum, Santorum, or Santo. I said, yeah, what's a Santorum mean? It means on a temple or something. Wait, what? Is that really his last name? Gillibrand. Oh man. And, Bernstein, Perlmutter, Vanderbeek. You would worry Vanderbeek. Smith. I don't know, I don't like Wendy Davis or Palin because they don't say anything to them. Oh, and then I thought it was contact acereilly@gmail.com, but it's actually this John guy. I'm like, well, make sure he gets this, but I'm like, am I the right guy? I don't know because it's an acereilly@gmail, and I'm like, why would somebody else be reading his emails? Why wouldn't you want to check your own emails? No, they don't want no reading for them. They can read their own emails. Yeah, Bernstein, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, and Perry, and I think Bernstein's a Republican, and Vanderbeek's a Libertarian, Perlmutter's a Republican, Christian Gillibrand's a Democrat. We really need a leader like Washington or Eisenhower. I really didn't like FDR much. Well, it's actually, didn't Wilson do the New Deal? And maybe FDR expanded on it. I didn't like Theodore Roosevelt either. So, I don't like William Henry Harrison anymore. I read about him more. Henry Harrison. I don't like Henry Clay or Tyler. I don't like Polk. I thought he was Clay. I don't I might have liked Taylor. He didn't want to go to war with Mexico. Zachary wanted to buy Mexico or Texas, which they later got Texas for 15 million, but the original offer was for 30 million. But then Mexico after the war accepted 15 million. Well, why didn't they just accept 30 million in the first place? Because after the war, then they would only offer them 50 million or 50 million, but not 30 million for Texas. Yeah, I messaged this guy Stein. None of these guys has messaged me about anything. We've had at least had, out of 44 presidents, we've at least had some great presidents. And it shouldn't just be in a name. And however many more people said I. Barack Obama to be impeached? Hillary Clinton to be arrested?